Om Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Influence of your elevated thoughts and divine vision. Use your elevated thoughts and your power to move away quickly in a short time from the flow of any wasteful or sinful thoughts of other souls. Transform wasteful thoughts into pure thoughts. Being in one place, let there be the influence of your elevated thoughts and divine vision over many souls. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 14. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic: influence of your elevated thoughts and divine vision. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. When we listen to Baba, but also the experiences of Dadis, these were young girls, 11 years old, 12, no education, and maximum like Dadi Prakashmani, she did was 10th grade or knew little bit of English. But how Baba, whatever was needed, inspired them to learn. Like this sister is saying, typing, because those days they used to have these typewriters, right? So it's amazing to hear today where we are. You all know that not any question of 130 countries, but every place is so much growing, so much growing. Everywhere, more centers. In India, they have thousands, but also there are a lot of places where they have classes, not maybe centers. That's really, really growing very fast. And when I think of these young girls, how Baba inspired them and whatever they did, and of course they all became leaders, and now they are not with us because they all are now ancestor souls. But it's amazing story, and we could relate very clearly in our lives. Even when I think I came to know about Brahma Kumaris when I was 11 years old. And then, of course, when I was 16, I took 7 days course and then went to study university degrees for 7 years. But I was like part of them, helping them. And after 14 years, when they came to India after partition of the country, they didn't know anything. They didn't know about currency, they didn't know about. So our family used to help a lot. And when I think even for myself, whatever I learned was from Dadis, from Baba, whatever. Even education was there, few degrees were there, but in practical life, right? So when I will write letter, so Didi Manmohini will say, first you have to write the date so that we know when did you write, when did it arrive, so it's like little things. And then one thing she taught was that don't carry things you have to do in your head. So all dadis used to have a small notebook, right? They used to call it pad. They still call pad, like papers. Right? Write down, write down, write down. Because once I told Mama that I have to take care of center, I have my exams are coming. I don't know how do I manage. You could manage very well. So write down everything you have to do. And as it comes to the mind, then write down. Never carry, oh, I have to do this. I still have to do this. Like we keep, she said, all that energy, all these buttons can be used for something higher or remembrance of Baba. Why are you using all these thoughts and to keep reminding yourself? No? Try start doing it, and until now it's so easy. Most of the people always say, oh, I have a lot to do, I have a lot to do. So their head is crowded with what they have to do. And they lot to do. So Mama used to say, write down and keep doing it and mark it, I did it. So by 3 o'clock, we used to find everything almost get done. So these are some of the things where these days there is so much tension, stress, anxiety, all that. And the way Baba, the training of Baba Dadis was such that there shouldn't be okay, this got done, another will get done. Like creating possibilities, creating everything, remaining at ease. So a lot of things what we learned was really from you know, our senior dadis or so that is why we love to hear them, their stories, so that we can also be inspired, right? So again, influence is a big thing, right? Influence of your elevated thoughts and divine vision. Use your elevated thoughts and your power to move away quickly in short time from the flow of any wasteful or negative thoughts of other souls. Because Lord goes in from the past for the future, for this person, that person. Always Lord goes on in the mind. And Baba says, that's waste, no? Why are you thinking all that? Transform wasteful thoughts into pure thoughts. Being in one place, let there be influence of your elevated thoughts and divine vision over many, many souls. We used to go in front of Baba Dadi. Do you have to ask something? Yeah, I had a lot, but I forgot. Because there's deep silence used to help us to clear our thinking also. So that's what Baba meant, that let others also take benefit of what your stage is. Anything we listen, we start believing, right? But more we practice and our attainment, right? Then the trust grows. And then that self-trust, your thoughts will emerge from that self-trust. So you listen, then you listen to your true self, what direction is coming. You are able to listen to God, right? So then listening becoming very clear. So that is what I'm saying. You hear so many things. But really, you don't have to. You don't have to. Keep information, whatever is important, because you can't be naive, right? You can't be like ignorant, but you don't have to be knowledgeful to an extent that you're becoming that, right? So, as much we, especially in today's world, as much we keep ourselves clear, not influenced, I think that helps us a lot to maintain our inner strength so that you're not even going through what you're going through. Okay? I have political science and journalism as my study, so I used to everything I will read or know. And then we got connected with UN. So when you go there, people want to talk about social issues and all that. And one time I realized that something has happened. Now they have latest Iran issues, but that time also was something between USA and Iran. So I felt that whatever you read or all that, as if you are going through that, then I said, no way, that's not the life. So listen, have information, but not into details which can penetrate your reasoning, your feelings, and your state of mind. Every day people call about their problems, their sickness, their this, that. But what Baba said we all have to do is to give them strength, right? Through our elevated thoughts and divine vision. If we keep our aim, that's what I have to do, then you are not influenced by opinions, by stories, by examples. And my story, each one of us, we have our own story, right? Each one have to write. God has given us fortune, but Baba also says through your thoughts, create the fortune also, right? Okay, Om Shanti. Do you all know Brother Eric? Yeah?
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening, Avyakti Parivar. Very nice to welcome you again in Toronto, Canada. And such a beautiful bouquet of flowers, living flowers. And I know, Mohini Didi, you're surrounded by beautiful roses. But you know me, I had to think. So I had to go in Baba's garden and says, Baba, you have competition here. A lot of roses, a lot of flowers. What can you do? So
everyone is waiting for now Brother Eric's flower.
So we found in Baba's garden a beautiful one that holds many roses in one. And I thought, what a beautiful symbol for the family, that we're all different flowers, but united on one stem. So from the whole family, Mohini Didi.
Yeah, it was nice.
Right. Baba's garden has so many flowers.
There are 7, 8 of them
See, a rosary.
in one. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank Baba's garden. He's looking at all the roses and thinking, yes, I also have very special little rosary of roses. I think it's very fascinating, the
This is
topic.
how we make our life little
Mm.
beautiful, right? With these little things. Yeah.
But I like they all combine together and staying together. So I have a beautiful, I know for Avekti Parivar, if you missed any of the beautiful moments we had in Toronto with you, Mohini Didi, and this morning they showed a very moving video. I don't know if you all saw the video on Didi's life. A few pictures I don't remember seeing before. So congratulations to researchers, editors, film directors. Yes, it's your treasure.
Mm-hmm.
You open it up. So those who haven't seen that video, please have a look from it's on Avyakti Parivar, I guess. Huh? It's very, very beautiful, and our life stories are unique. But what I always admire is the life story of the daddies, but also your life story is beautiful, and I think it also makes us bloom like these beautiful roses. So just listening to your story was beautiful. And I think the topic today is very interesting because of the Murli this morning, in which Baba was also saying about the mind that you have to be double masters and you have to be master of yourself. But he used that expression, don't be influenced by your mind. So, in a way, we are creating powerful thoughts through the mind as well. I mean, the mind will produce powerful thoughts, elevated thoughts. But at the same time, if I'm correct, thoughts can come also from sanskars. So, certain old sanskars will create unnecessary thoughts or negative thoughts. So, how do you manage not being influenced by the mind, but at the same time, using the mind to create elevated thoughts? What is your mind management secrets?
You know what are we giving to our mind, right? So for us, because there is so much we do, so that even we know that abundance of positive thoughts, but from where will they come? Not necessary you are in the state of mind where you always think positive. So that is why we have, when you wake up in the morning, you sit in remembrance of Baba. First is really when you are sleeping, before sleeping, empty your, you know, there is a tradition. There was when we were in small towns or villages. Now we all are in big cities. So the water, tap water, the fresh water will come in the morning. So our pitchers, they had to fill the pitchers for drinking water. Then the milkman will come and bring the milk. So the ladies at home, mothers will clean the pots and then put it inverted, like upside down so that no dust goes, and so that in the morning when you fill it with water and you get the milk, then stays good, right? So every night before sleeping, just empty yourself. It was good, day was good, whatever happened was destined, it was drama, perfect. Okay, move forward. Because if lot of things are leftovers, right? That means when you wake up, first thought is from where you left last night, right? So this emptying and cleaning is very important before you sleep so that when you wake up in the morning, you are very clean, fresh, and you say good morning to Baba. And from there, you start receiving Baba's love, and Baba's teachings can emerge, and Baba's relationships. So in the morning, you are receiving something, right? And then whatever time, then we wake up, get ready for listening to Baba's Murli. Every morning around some center, 6 o'clock. When meditation finish in the morning, 4:45, I always listen to Murli in Hindi from Telegram, 20 minutes. And then the Murli is read at the center in English. Then I listen to that Murli. So you have some stock. You have some things to think about. So in practical life also, whatever we listen, when we apply it, they are very useful. They are answers, they are solutions, they are how I change from wasteful, negative to positive. All that is there. No? But if I just say, okay, I want to think positive, it doesn't happen, no, because so one is I would suggest study is very, very important. And second, I think what is also important is environment. No, I know that it's not that everyone in the family is necessarily that much in the knowledge, but there are certain things we can create the atmosphere so that that also is very helpful. So managing mind, you need for management certain tools, no? And if you use, and that is why Baba always says there are four things, no? Knowledge, right? Second is yoga. Whenever you find that your mind is confused or not clear, go in silence, be with Baba for a few minutes. Never, never decide anything under pressure. Not only that, but keep your mind, very kind of calm, which you can do if you understand knowledge. So yoga, then third is why I get upset, right? Because I'm not in my self-respect. What is the self-respect? So that I don't get upset. Why I get irritated? Because I have lack of patience. Let me pay attention instead of saying, oh, inculcate more patience and see how did it benefit, right? So this is called inculcation of virtues. And the fourth, of course, is seva or service. So Baba has given us all these four, mm, like you are sitting on chair. We all are sitting on chair. It has four legs. If one leg is missing, how will you feel? How will you sit? No. So four subjects, little bit of everything in a good balance. So creating all that, then whole day, you know what effort to make and you use that subjects. So when you use them, then by night time, you know that how were you able to maintain the self or manage your thoughts, manage your lot of things, not only thoughts, but time and, everything has to be managed. So I do it by using Baba's knowledge, Baba's subjects. And whenever one is not able to do it, then we know where I missed, what did I miss. So I think that's all I do.
Do you find it's important to sometimes recognize where the thought is coming from? If Baba sometimes also says, you are thinking this is your sanskar, but it's not really yours, and you should think of your original and eternal sanskar. Do you recognize yourself sometimes where your thoughts are from, or if they're coming from the original sanskars, or you're churning, or if sometime even you were mentioning yesterday when Daddy Janki was having thoughts, and she will, expect you to even pick up the thoughts. Do you sometimes listen to your mind and wonder, oh, where this thought is coming from?
To begin with, we always say there are two ways, one from inside, one from outside.
Mm.
Let's say someone said to Dadi that I never get angry, but when this person says something like this, I get very angry. So Dadi Gulzar said, that means you have sanskars of anger. If you didn't have, you won't react that way. So we know that externally, through our whatever we hear, see, or sometimes go through, that invokes the thoughts, right? And but they invoke because we have inside those sanskars also, right? So what I could do is pay attention that first thing is I always say this, they don't react. Reaction create will another reaction, then it's a chain. Think about responding to a situation. How do I respond to this situation? I always give example that karmas we say it's a chain, right? You create the chain. But other karmas is like a seed. You sow a mango seed, one. For generations, there are mangoes. So I always remind myself, what do I want? The fruits, or I want another chain? So it's kind of keep reminding yourself, like I used to react maybe like everyone. And now maybe once in a while, little bit. But I generally don't. I immediately say, okay, this is what this soul is, and what seed I have to sow, whether through my thoughts or drishti or talking. So that attention I pay. That means it's kind of noticing that it's from outside, connecting with inside, and from inside out. But then, if, as you said, one of the very good practice, I think which all drivers know, if you are confused, you go to neutral and you stop somewhere and be clear. So I call it that what I am originally, what I am taking, what I am, my sanskars are, let me go back. Not, we call it silence, but to your original self. I take a minute. I'm a peaceful soul. I'm a loveful soul. This one is Baba's child, I am. So awareness of my original self. And I have to respond from there. So
Mm.
it's a practice to not be influenced by your sanskars, not from outside, but go to your original self. But this needs practice, right? As many times we do it. So your response will be settling of past karmas, creating a nice present and future also. Takes care of all the three aspects of the time, past, present, and future, by going into the practice of 1 minute, just go into your original self and then you respond to anything.
Mm. Do you sometimes feel like we can catch thoughts? You were mentioning earlier about, the memories or the impression from the past that could be also influencing us because they stayed with us. So you were mentioning when we have, of course, beautiful experiences with the love or care from our parents or seniors, how we really know sometimes that we are really consuming thoughts that are coming from the right consciousness. And do you feel sometimes that you are really aware if the thought is not even coming from Baba?
Mhm.
Because we always, feel a little bit thinking, oh, is it my thought or is it really also that I'm being influenced by Baba in my thinking?
I think when the habit of not thinking too much is there, you can feel what you're receiving. When I was leaving for foreign countries, I was 20 something, and I was asked to go to conferences, then I come back. But the time came I had to stay longer, many new countries. And one thing Baba told me one time, keep your line of intellect free. When your phone is engaged, you won't hear my phone call, right? So leave it free. I think most of you know that those who are in very high cabinet ranking ministers, all that, they have one telephone which is only for Prime Minister in emergency or anything. I came to know when I visited Savi's father. He was minister at that time. So there was a red phone, you can't touch it. Like you want to make a call. No, this is not, you can't call because that's the call for president to call us or any emergency. So when Baba told me, I came to New York. New York is a big city. We didn't know from where to begin all that. But I had some friends and I knew some people. They were helping us. anytime we are invited to something, I remember Baba had said, so it's like you leave it there and then you get a call or you feel as if Baba is replying, don't do this or do this. So it's a kind of, that is why I tell people, don't keep your intellect too engaged. Planning, doing this, planning. Here Baba also has to say something. That is why in the beginning, when we begin our meeting, we remember Baba. When we close our meeting. Why we remember Baba? So that if I haven't been able to catch what Baba wants us to do, because we are so much into our own planning. So I think that this becomes then a practice also.
Mhm.
And then when it is Baba's, then you're not worried. Somebody said, why my ideas are not accepted, this one's. So Didi used to say, because they are yours. You
Mhm.
said my ideas. But a time should come where you feel it's from Baba. Then everyone will immediately accept. So it's little bit subtle, but we need to be, that is why Baba says clear intellect, clean intellect.
I remember I had a chance one day to meet Dedi Gulzar in her room, and then I was trying to ask her what to do because I said, I feel I'm always doing the talking with Baba. I have chit chat, but doesn't seem to respond a lot. And I talk, I tell him my
Mhm.
thing, but I don't hear the response. So is he mute or is he not able to talk or he's too busy with some other people? And she was really laughing. She was laughing. She said, no, 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 no. It's that your line is too busy. He's trying to call you, but your line is busy. So stop using your line and you will hear him. So a little bit the same. She was saying, my mind was too busy, so I couldn't hear Baba's response. But I'm fascinated with the idea that our original sanskars could also create thoughts. That if we could give a chance to the awareness, like being influenced by the original sanskars. And I'm wondering sometime if it's more that we have to make effort to create a sanskar of humility or peace or whatever, or if we have to make effort to emerge the original sanskars the way they are.
You are reminding yourself of your original qualities. See, we call it cultivating sanskars, like peace. When I heard I am peaceful, maybe that day I had 10 times a thought I am peaceful. So it's cultivating sanskars. And as much you cultivate new ones, the old will be. We are always thinking about, let someone thing emerge, then I take care of it. No. But why not I create such sanskars that they don't even emerge? Like Brahma Baba. In his 39 years of his spiritual journey, we never heard Baba saying, my sanskars. Because he was all the time attentive on inculcating and cultivating. So there was no chance for old ones to emerge, right? And he is not waiting also that new ones should emerge, but you have to cultivate.
Mm.
Even if they are there, let them emerge and use it. Let's say if I'm saying peaceful and I am staying peaceful even when there are challenges, so it's becoming my sanskar, my nature,
Mm.
in other words. Sanskar, nature, and thoughts have connection.
Yeah,
There are
sometimes it feels.
sanskars, there is nature, then it's our thinking based on that.
Because when Baba says sometimes don't, he said the other day the sanskar, all sanskars and the attraction or pull to the old world will create a leakage. And this is the reason why sometimes you do lose the control over your perception of your elevator stage or the awareness of your original sanskars or even remembrance. So sometimes it seems like the old sanskars, they keep creating thoughts, but we don't realize they are from the old sanskars and we believe those thoughts and we act upon those thoughts. And that's when the old sanskar keeps staying around in
No,
a way.
because when we use them, they become more firm.
Mm.
Habit, what they call it, awareness and habit. 80% we live by habit because I like. But if we live by awareness, the habits will also change.
You were mentioning, maybe we can finish with this, but you were mentioning how important influence can be. And how do you see the connection between the attraction, the influence, and becoming dependent?
Big topic, right?
No, just a little last question like this to finish. Oh, it's already 22.
Yeah, influence is um, kind of there are two things. Either you are impressed by something or you are kind of,
Repelled or the
if
other.
you are impressed, then you have nothing more better to think. Like I gave you example that once or twice I have gone to Russia. So they have Moscow, St. Peter, two big centers. But sisters there are very, very organized, I must say. And they have 40 days course, not 7 days. That means they teach so much in detail, so much in then the way they teach organizing, things like that. So I was impressed, no, because now when there is someone's birthday, so they have a big cow, no, I was clay or something, very big size. So people put their coins in that. On the birthday, whosoever is celebrating, they open that and collect the coins and buy the milk to make bhog from that
Mm,
on that soul's birthday. It's a little thing, but it looks like now when people come, somebody wants to bring bhog, somebody wants to bring. So when you enter, there is a big table. You write your name and keep the stuff there. Otherwise, for with us, who brought what? It's, like every little thing they did is something was very. So now when I go in the class, what should I say? So I realize that I am so impressed that even I am not thinking, get something better. So anyway, I checked myself and then after that, instead of going into what kind of good things are happening, I took them into different kind of level. So when you are influenced or impressed, your own energy, the creativity is not there. Like I listen to Dadi Janki's class, I really like it, but I don't stop my churning. And that's why Dadi Janki will say, no, you share, then I will share.
mm,
Because she knows that I also contemplate. I am not living on what I am hearing. I am taking that, but still I allow my, nature of understanding, of, churning, of contemplation, all that. So somewhere I think that influence is blocking your own creativity.
mm,
You should like it, you should appreciate it, you should admire whatever others are, but don't lose your own, what you have to do.
mm.
So I think that
It's a good topic. So I know we are ending the session tonight and you'll be leaving tomorrow morning for New York. And just have you been influenced, impressed, inspired? It has been a behold, wonderful moment. Those who missed the morning entertainment, they missed a beautiful game with the spelling test for everyone and how to speak with the word that starts with a specific letter. And we don't want you to leave. I know we're used to have you usually for a little longer period in Toronto, and this big family, such a loving family. So how would you give lift? How would you give permission to Mohini Didi to leave tomorrow morning? Is she going to get permission to leave, or how is it going to work? We have to call, which company you use? Air Canada? We have to call them, right, to say?
No, I must say that I appreciate that how even people are living in the family and still they find the time, they use their talent, and everyone, they are in large numbers, but also they are busy, so Savi Ben, Arvind Bhai, all the sisters, mothers, it's really I appreciate. Yeah, definitely I'm impressed, but I do appreciate, but also while appreciating, I also see what are the needs of the family and how I can help, not myself, maybe by giving some kind of trainings for conducting bhatti, talking on maryadas, or training in giving courses. So I had been thinking a lot and I offered them that I will plan, that we will do something. So yes, I am very appreciative, but also I could feel the needs, and I told that if all instruments meet and see what are the needs of not only students, but like today I was on call with Brazil, they had program, and one of the main teacher was saying that there is not enough interest in students. So like I say, serve in the sense of, I mean, let's say if I am going to clinic, no, there is dietitian, social worker, your nurse, your doctor. You could serve them, right? So when we have program at center, medical, if everyone invite their own doctors, then some will come, some might not come. So you can have doctors program, you can have lawyers, a small group, 10, 12. I mean, I told Harmony, just have even 5. And now every time they do, there are 30, 40. Started with 5. It's all medical, whether they are nurses, they are. So how do we serve professionals? They need a lot of this. So each one of us, wherever we go, we have some context, right? So if you bring some, she was saying that students are not interested. I say, you're not going out looking for doctors, but everyone in these countries, you have this specialist, you have this one, you have serve them, no? Wherever I go, Bhumi Ben always carry Toli and blessing. And now when we go, they are waiting. When we going to get our, I get into the airlines. So this time, I don't know what kind of Toli she had, but it had coconut. You cannot believe, until we left the plane, it was so nice. It was so good. She said, we make at home, God's remembrance. Oh, it was so fresh. Then pilots came out. It was such a nice candy, such a nice chocolate. Like when we go, as many air hostesses, pilots, we give to everyone. Trolley blessing. When we leave New York, she has 100 trolleys, 100 blessing. When we reach Delhi, all are finished because porter wants, wheelchair person wants, those who help us here, there. So you start serving, and then, automatically then it grows. And, when I have every month I have to go to clinic and they just wait for us. It's not that I always feel that they serve us and we serve them, right? I mean, of course, they get their salary and whatever they get, but it's sharing. They help you with physical health, understanding of your diet, understanding of your supplements, and but we also kind of take care of them. Very good relationship, and you continue, right?
Thank you, Didi. Very lovely to be with you and to be with the family here. So, Om Shanti Avakti Parivar, and we'll meet again.
Surely. You are also leaving tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
Avyakti Parivar always flies with us. So as we are in
Oh.
Toronto, Avyakti Parivar is in Toronto. And for tonight, we have something special to show, as Avyakti Parivar can also feel what we did whole weekend.